You sleep 8 hours and still wake up tired, heavy, like you didn't sleep at all. I'm Franco, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. Your sleep hours are fine. The structure of your sleep is the problem, and your doctor won't test for it. Your brain cycles through deep sleep and REM in 90 minutes waves. Every micro wake up, the ones you don't even remember, resets the cycle. You are collecting hours, you are not collecting restoration. And tonight, I show you how to fix it. Look, I get it. You are doing everything right. You go to bed on time, you avoid the screens, you've got the blackout curtains. But you're still waking up 3, 4, maybe 10 times a night. Maybe you don't even remember most of them. Your fitness tracker shows you got 8 hours, but only 20 minutes of deep sleep. This drives me nuts because you are not broken. Your willpower isn't the problem. In functional diagnostic nutrition practice, we see cases where clients show up with what looks like separate issues: chronic fatigue, relationship problems, feeling completely disconnected from life. Then we dig deeper and the sleep architecture is in pieces. One case from this work, a man whose sleep apnea was fragmenting his deep sleep, and that cascade hit everything: energy, hormones, even his ability to feel anything at all. Apathy. That's what fragmented sleep does over time. Here is what's actually happening. Your brain cycles through 90 minutes sleep stages: light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep. Each stage has its job. Deep sleep repairs your body, REM consolidates memories and emotions. But every time you wake up, even for seconds, you reset the cycle. It's like trying to bake a cake and opening the oven door every 5 minutes. The cake never rises. You are not getting restoration. You are getting hours. And listen, before I found functional health, I was right there with you. I was taking testosterone shots, doing bulletproof coffee, all that extreme optimization stuff. But I still crashed on the couch the second I got home. Still had that short fuse with my family at 7:30 p.m. My doctor said my labs were normal. It's just stress, he said. Sound familiar? You know what? Download the free sleep architecture guide. It's your blueprint to better sleep. Link in the description. Because you deserve to wake up feeling like yourself again. Here is the truth nobody wants to admit. Rebuilding your sleep isn't about sleeping anymore. It's about sleeping better. We don't just count hours in functional diagnostic nutrition. We are rebuilding your entire sleep architecture from the ground up. You know Bryan Johnson, the millionaire who's obsessively tracking his health? He cracked this code. He doesn't just sleep, he engineers his sleep. And after analyzing thousands of nights of data, here is what actually moves the needle. First, temperature. Your body needs to drop 2 to 3 degrees to initiate deep sleep. Most bedrooms are way too warm for that to happen. Johnson sleeps cold, in the low 60s. Cold? Yes. Effective? In his own tracking, dropping the room temperature was one of the biggest single levers for his deep sleep numbers. But here is where it gets interesting. Light exposure is your master architect. Not just avoiding blue light, that's kindergarten stuff. It's about the strategic light timing through your entire day. I learned this the hard way. After discovering my cortisol was completely flatlined, explaining why I felt dead in the mornings, I started doing something stupid simple. A 10-minute walk outside, first thing, even when it was dark. Within a week, I was falling asleep in 5 minutes instead of 45. My resting heart rate dropped from 56 to 52. But more importantly, I wasn't a zombie at 3 p.m. anymore. Why? Because morning light sets your circadian clock. It tells your brain, okay, we are awake now, start the countdown to sleep. Without that signal, your brain doesn't know when to release melatonin later. You're flying blind. The second piece, and this is huge, is your wind down routine. Your brain needs transition time. You can go from emails to REM sleep. It's like trying to park a car at 60 miles per hour. And this is why people fail. They think, I just go to bed earlier. No, your brain needs a landing strip. Here is a protocol that works. 90 minutes before bed, you start your descent. Dim lights, red light, only if you have it. No screens, none. Read fiction, do some breathing, put on something quiet. Same routine every night. Your brain learns what's coming and starts the wind down for you. Third, and nobody talks about this, meal timing. Your digestive system and sleep system are connected. Eat too late, and your body's busy digesting when it should be restoring. The research is clear. Final meal 3 or more hours before bed. Not a snack 3 hours before, your final meal. Give your system time to shift into repair mode. But here is what standard doctors miss completely. Your sleep problems, they are not starting in your bedroom. They are starting with your stress hormone. When I finally ran functional labs against my doctor's advice, by the way, I found my cortisol completely flatlined. Not high stress cortisol, flatline. My HPA axis had shifted into a long-term survival pattern. My body was protecting me by shutting down normal stress response. This is why we don't look at the sleep issues in isolation. We look at the whole system. Your cortisol rhythm, your blood sugar regulation, your gut health. They are all talking to each other. This is the pattern we see again and again in functional diagnostic nutrition work. Someone shows up with just sleep issues. Then the labs come back and the gut is on fire. System inflammation every night, fragmenting the sleep cycles. You know what that feels like at 3 a.m.? Heart racing, mind spinning, that weird internal buzzing that makes you feel wired but exhausted? Address the gut and the sleep starts to follow. So if you've been chasing sleep hygiene tips for months and nothing's moving, that's your signal. The bedroom isn't the problem. The system is. About those 3 a.m. wake-ups when your blood sugar crashes in the middle of the night, your body doesn't just wake you up. It launches a rescue mission. Cortisol surges to raise your blood sugar. Adrenaline kicks in. Your heart starts pounding. Now you are lying there, wide awake, wondering why you can't fall back asleep. It's not anxiety, it's biochemistry. Your body is literally fighting to keep you alive because your blood sugar dropped too low. This is why I always start with functional labs that look at the whole system. Before chasing sleep supplements, we need to understand your stress response, gut health, and detox pathways. All right, let's get practical. Here is your sleep architecture blueprint. Stuff you can start tonight. Step 1, the 10-10-10 protocol. 10 minutes of morning light within 10 minutes of waking. Outside, no sunglasses, even if it is cloudy. Especially if it is cloudy, you need more exposure on overcast days. Then 10 minutes of evening wind down starting 90 minutes before bed. Dim all lights, switch to red light if you have it. No overhead lights, lamps only. I know what you are thinking. Franco, I live in Seattle. There is no sun. Doesn't matter. Outside light, even gray light, is 100% brighter than your kitchen. Your brain knows the difference. Step 2, the temperature drop. Starting tonight, bedroom at 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Too cold? Good. Use an extra blanket. Your core temp needs to drop. Take a hot shower or bath 90 minutes before bed. Counterintuitive? Here is the magic. When you get out, your body rapidly cools. This mimics natural temperature drop and triggers sleep hormones. Step 3, the anchor routine. Same bedtime, same wake time, every day. Weekends too, I know, brutal, but your brain craves predictability. Set a bedtime alarm, not a wake alarm, a bedtime alarm. When it goes off, you start your wind down, non-negotiable. Step 4, the 3-2-1 rule. No food 3 hours before bed, no liquids 2 hours before, no screens 1 hour before. But Franco, I need my phone for my alarm. No, you need a $10 alarm clock. Your phone doesn't belong in your bedroom, period. Step 5, weekend recovery protocol. Broken sleep during the week? Don't sleep in on weekends. Instead, take a 20-minute nap between 1 and 3 p.m. Set a timer. This gives you recovery without destroying your circadian rhythm. These aren't suggestions. This is your blueprint. Pick 2. Start tonight. Add another next week. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are not just getting older. Your body is screaming for help through broken sleep cycles. And you've been taught to ignore it, to push through, to drink more coffee. I'll never forget this moment. My kid was having a complete meltdown, 7:30 p.m., the witching hour. And instead of losing it, instead of that familiar rage bubbling up, I knelt down, calm, present, kind. My wife looked at me like I was a different person, because I was. That's what real sleep does. It doesn't just give you energy, it gives you back yourself. When your sleep architecture is intact, when you are cycling through proper deep sleep and REM, you are not just resting, you are rebuilding. Your brain is literally washing away toxic proteins. Your body has the support it needs to find its own equilibrium. Your emotional resilience is restored. This isn't about perfection. Some nights will still suck, but when you understand the blueprint, when you know why you are doing each piece, you take back control. You deserve to wake up refreshed, to have energy at 3 p.m., to be present with your family at night. This isn't a luxury. 2 things to do right now. Download the Sleep Architecture Guide, link below. Start with the steps 1 and 2 tonight. If you've been doing this work for months and your sleep still isn't holding, book a free call. We'll look at what your labs are actually telling us. Your future self, the one who bounds out of bed, who has energy all day, who's actually present for the people they love, that person is waiting. Rebuild your sleep architecture. Reclaim your life. You've got this.